Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ryan with Living with XXY. This is episode 2. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions or concerns or anything. This is me reaching out to the entire world, and this is just me in the raw form. So I've been getting a lot of questions lately on a couple forums about what was it like transitioning from 8th grade to high school, and what was high school like. So the transition from 8th grade to high school, I had 60 kids in my 8th grade class, 2 classes of 30 each, and then that kind of switched between classrooms back and forth. It wasn't really all that big or anything. Depending upon where you live and how big your 8th grade is, it could be a little different. As far as the transition goes, first year of high school, it's awkward for everybody. I mean, there's a bunch of kids coming in from a ton of different schools, and they're all coming into one school. I was at Division 3, so there was about 340 kids in my freshman class. And then learning like the freshman locker system to where your classes are, you kind of have this map of the school. I just walked the school. I have a visual memory, probably like most Klinefelter and XXY kids. So we're really good with directions and trying to figure out. So once you figure out where one class is, you know exactly where that is. You know where your locker is, and it's easy for you to like find out, kind of walking around school and figuring out where your classes are and how long it takes to drive to your classes. And walk to your classes. A lot of other kids, that don't have XXY might have a hard time figuring that out. So maybe you can help them if you meet kids struggling to kind of figure out where the classes are. As far as the other sides of high school, we had this alley called Freshman Alley where all the freshmen had their lockers, and all the seniors and juniors would go over there and kind of make fun of them. And they transitioned from 8th grade into 9th grade, and now they're seniors, so it's kind of like this, they thought it was fun to just give freshmen a hard time. So you definitely get made fun of a little bit more because you're new, and there's 2-3 other grades above you that have experienced high school before. So that's the transition, and then fitting in as far as making friends and all that good stuff. I mean, yeah, it's awkward. It's awkward for everybody. So if you kind of find out if your high school has like little zones where certain people hang out, if you don't, they probably will. You'll probably figure that out. From the fitting into the girls, into the dances and all that stuff, I mean, you just got to put yourself out there. You got to try to step outside the box even more than you already are, and just have fun with it. Try to enjoy it for the little time, because you're only a freshman in high school once. As far as the learning aspect goes, I mean, learning was definitely an issue. It was definitely really, really hard for me. I had tutors outside of school. I had the same tutor from freshman year to senior year. When school was really difficult, she actually came twice a week, but most of the time she came on Thursdays. So that was definitely like a really, really good thing, and I'm thankful my parents put me through that hell. Even though I hated it then, I'm so glad they did it now. School also had like this little learning center that was upstairs. It was actually the only classroom that was upstairs in my entire high school, and we got extended time on tests, and after school we had a couple teachers that were up there that could help us with some homework, or if we had any questions, stuff like that. So what we would do is we would leave class probably right when the test was handed out, and if the test was 30 minutes or 15 minutes, we got extended time. I remember my English teacher, actually, my parents talked to him because writing and reading and all the writing from audio is extremely hard for me, and so he actually asked one of his AP students from a year's past and from that year if they would give me their notes, and that helped out phenomenal amount. I didn't have to take notes in class, but I still tried to take notes in class just because I wanted to get better at it. And so I would get sent home at the end of the week with someone else's notes, and that person knew and their parents were okay with it, and I'm so thankful for that. And that person never made fun of me because she was helping someone out. It actually, I think it made her feel pretty good. So And then as far as the other stuff in school, sports and outside activities other than school, like a job or being in a band or being kind of keeping your friends from that didn't go to your high school that you were friends with in 8th grade, all those things are really important. I didn't have a job. I definitely look back now and I'm glad my parents wouldn't let me have a job. It just would have added so much stress, anxiety to high school as it was, the studying and the tutors and the sports and all that other stuff. As far as sports goes, I played freshman basketball. I didn't get to play that much. I was pretty lengthy and tall, really skinny, and my coordination wasn't all that great, but I made the freshman team. I played a little bit, but I sat bench most of it. And then someone mentioned volleyball needed a couple more people to try out because they were having shortage on players. And volleyball had this stipulation that it was, you wore what the girls wore. You wore spandex, and it wasn't manly at all, and it wasn't, or you didn't really fit in with the rest of high school. But volleyball for me was amazing. I got to be a part of a team that accepted me for who I was. We all got to play together. We all practiced together. I actually made varsity my freshman year of trying out, but they bumped me back down to junior varsity because they wanted me to learn and excel, and so I could play at freshman year, and then I could actually play my sophomore, junior, and senior year on varsity, and it really helped the team as far as like the whole school goes. So that was definitely a really big plus, is that I had a lot of fun playing a sport all 4 years of high school. Unfortunately though, grades kind of took control of that situation. I had a 1.6 GPA in my junior year when we actually made it to the CIF finals, and we had such an amazing team, and I couldn't play. They took me off the team, which was, I had to kind of, at practice one day, I had to talk to my coach and my entire team and let them know that I let them down because I wasn't doing my part and keeping my grades up. And after that, I had to work twice as hard to get my GPA back up to a 2.0. I think I finished the school year with a 2.3. So as far as other activities outside of school, I played the drums in a punk band as well. We were not good. I mean, we definitely practiced a lot, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of something outside of school. But yeah, we had fun. We played a couple shows, but that was about it. So as far as high school goes, if anybody else has any questions, specific questions, I can answer them in the comments below. And I appreciate everybody giving this a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more videos that are informational like this coming at you. I am 31, and I do have XXY and Klinefelter syndrome. So hope all is well. Talk to you guys soon. Episode 3 should be coming out shortly.